Today I have a Sany SY35 with a Trimble Earthworks 2D laser indicate system, laser catcher right there. Today I'm going over mounting options for this display. I was in a hurry. I don't normally leave it like that, but Trimble Site Tech, their option was a 3-sided boomerang with magnets and a ram mount that attaches to that. It was around $800 with tax, and it would completely tie up this window, not being able to open and close it. I use this window quite often. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave it open right now because the air is coming through there and it's hot. So what I ended up doing was I sent ram mount a picture of this space that I had and what I was thinking I wanted to do, and they walked me through their options. This ball was the same ball that was with the ram mount that hooked on to the little doodad that went here. They put this on, they Loctited it on, I just left it on. I ended up buying I bought the 2 balls and this double female socket adapter. Amazon did not have a kit with all 3 of these together, so I had to buy the 2 balls separate. And then this, that is a 3.5 inch. I don't know if I already said that. This one is a 7.5 inch. It has the kit. This came all as 2 balls and this socket adapter. I don't know if you can see down in there, but there's a little bit of a hole. I ended up drilling that hole a little bit bigger and tapping it for the magnet. This is a 400-pound magnet. The 500-pound magnet had a screw coming out of it, a post that I cut the threads on the ball to match the size of the post, blue Loctite on that, and then I screwed it together like so for this. I didn't want to drill any holes in my plastic. If I ever wanted to sell this thing without the 2D system, I wanted to be able to remove it. To do that, I took out these 2 screws, pulled this display out, wires come up from the bottom. Other than that, this whole thing is hollow. I took another magnet just like that one, or just like the one that one. I put it on the bottom and then one on the top. I wanted something sturdy, which is why I went with 500-pound magnets, because when you're tracking around, this thing vibrates violently, and I've lost my GoPro. You know, it's fell off because I didn't have it securely attached enough. So these magnets I got stuck together in the house and I could not get them apart. I ended up having to use the truck and the trailer to pull them apart, which broke the magnets, and I scratched my plastic when I put this on. So that is why I put Gorilla Tape underneath here, so that I could slide these off later. But Sci-Tech's option of this thing and that other ram mount is an option. It is a line item on their invoice. It is not part of a kit, a separate line item, so you can return this. You don't have to go with their mounting options. So for the cost, I was already spending too much money. I felt like I wanted to do something different, and I didn't like the fact of not being able to use this window. Their second option was to put it down here, which I just laughed. Get that shit off my machine, because it would ultimately end up banging into my leg. I didn't like that either. So with this thing, I can turn this display, which gets me more options across the bottom. When we're digging with a bigger bucket, I'll have left, center, and right, and then I'll have my pitch over here. This number is important when we're digging without the laser catcher, and we're just doing like touch point or benchmark and negative offsets. So I like to be able to spin this thing sideways so that I can get all these more options down on the ground or down on the bottom row. But the only downfall to having this mounted like this is that when I get it where I want it, or where I normally have it, to open the door, it won't ride past that, so I have to loosen this up and fold it down. I don't open this door very often, and the 2 seconds it takes to loosen this thing and fold this down was well worth the almost $1,000 that I saved. And then when we do jobs that we're leaving the machine there, you unscrew that, open this, turn this until these are loose, and then you can take the display completely out, so that we're not leaving this $1,700 display on site for somebody to steal. You cannot run this without power. You have to have power somehow coming into it. The battery doesn't have a battery internally, so they don't know that. People don't know that. I don't want them to steal my display. So I hope this helps somebody save some money. Again, you don't have to buy their mounting options. They'll be listed on the quote, and you can tell them to take that back.